Pretty Woman is getting a sequel decades after its initial release, and we need to talk about it. Before we get into the juicy details of this new project, let's take a minute to talk about why Hollywood seems so obsessed with sequels to nostalgic movies right now. We've seen it with Princess Diaries 3, Hocus Pocus 2, Beetlejuice 2, and now Pretty Woman. To me, the reason behind this is very clear. Nostalgia is currency. Let's admit it. When we are bombarded with an endless scroll of new content every day, a familiar title offers comfort. It's a shortcut to emotional connection, a way to bring us back into theaters, or in this case, keep us on the couch streaming. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always skeptical when it comes to these projects that want to capitalize on nostalgia. And to me, it is rare that they live up to the hype of the original movie. That being said, when it comes to Pretty Woman, my hopes are way higher. After all, this isn't just another romantic comedy. It's the romantic comedy. It is the blueprint movie. It is the movie that made Julia Roberts America's sweetheart and turned the hooker with a heart of gold trope into a global phenomenon. Since its 1990 release, Pretty Woman has been quoted, referenced, spoofed, and replayed endlessly. Vivian and Edward's story gave us that Cinderella-like fantasy, vulnerability, and unexpected love. And on top of all these, it was genuinely funny. So to me, it will forever remain as the #1 comfort movie. And yes, feel free to disagree with me in the comments, but I would love to get a sequel that shares the same spirit and will become yet another comfort movie for lonely Sundays. Now, on to the news that broke the internet. It is rumored that Netflix is working on a Pretty Woman sequel. Well, not gonna lie, there are no official news on it yet. But if you are familiar with this sector, you know very well that the production companies first spread a rumor and then start working on it depending on the public reception. Since the people's reaction to these news have been overwhelmingly positive so far, it seems like the official announcement is on the corner. And yet, it might not be the movie we have all been hoping for. Unfortunately, it seems like Julia Roberts and Richard Gere won't return. Instead, Emma Roberts and Tom Hardy are rumored to lead the charge with an all-new storyline and brand new characters. And yep, it's true. Emma is Julia's niece in real life, which adds a little meta-sparkle to the casting choice. Perhaps she will be playing Vivian's niece in the movie too. Well, at least that's what I'm hoping for. Still, it's hard not to feel a pang of disappointment. Julia has openly said, "I don't think I could," when asked about stepping back into Vivian's shoes. And Richard Gere was even more blunt about it as he said, "I will never do Pretty Woman 2. I know, it is very disappointing for many of you guys, but personally, I get where they are coming from. They already made lightning strike once. Why risk dimming that glow with a sequel that may not live up to the hype? And I doubt any one of you can deny that the sequels tend to fall short in comparison to the original one. So, if these two very experienced actors refuse to participate in it, I think they know better than us. But let me know what you think about it. But maybe that's part of the intrigue here. Maybe the goal isn't to recreate what came before, but to reimagine it through a modern lens. Okay, I know I sound crazy, but hear me out. If you didn't know, the original Pretty Woman was never supposed to be a fairy tale. In its first draft, when the script was called 3000, Edward was going to abandon Vivian and leave her with exactly what he paid. No limo, no happy ending, just reality. But that darker version got reworked into the charming story we all know and love. So maybe this sequel takes a different approach, revisiting some of that original grit. And yes, getting a dark version of Pretty Woman sounds odd, but honestly, in the world we are living in, I think a bit of realistic portrayal of dating and romantic relationships would benefit all of us. Let me know what you think about it though. That said, the pressure is absolutely on. Because, as I said, sequels to beloved classics are notoriously hard to pull off. Just ask the teams behind Grease, 2, or the Dirty Dancing follow-ups. Those movies tried to bottle the same lightning and ended up fizzling instead. And Pretty Woman is arguably even more sacred territory. So there's a real risk here that Netflix is going to turn a beloved film into yet another reboot that misses the mark. So yeah, I'm skeptical, but I'm also curious. I want to know what kind of story they're going to tell. Are you as curious as I am? For more weekly updates on Pretty Woman sequel, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.